Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open. Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Got it? 45. Mike, 45. Guys, escape situation. Let's go. Yep. Hey, Delta. Stick. Pull it high. Check 45 to Mike. Get it.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 2nd and 2. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle it, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. He'll drop to throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep. And this is caught inside the 5. A big pickup of 38. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They run with Breida. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Hey, high 7. Go. Yeah. Mike, 45.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw. Here we go. Here we go.
Off the play fake. Finney. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Hey, Haywood. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Mike, 50. Hit it.
Looking to throw. Finney. He completes it to Julio Jones. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Back to throw. Finney. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he'll go down at the 28. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
50, play. Check the backer, check the backer.
On first down, Finney, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
him. No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll drop the throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready? 18 Gator. Hey, Zoo. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
To throw on second down. Finney throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Ready?
Off play action. Finney. That's complete. Hooper. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Finney is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Finney complete to Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
Go now. 60 outlaw. Come on, QB, come on. Let's go.
On 1st and 10. Finney. And finding the tight end Hooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Man, I got you. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 22 jet bomber. Man,
from the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Ready. 60 or.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, basically bring in your time.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ready? Mike 29. Don't get nervous. 29 is the Mike.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Hey, exit. 51.
Ready. Looking to throw on second down. Finney. This one caught by Ridley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, Finney to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Hey, echo. Watch the slant. 45.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Hey, Steve 6.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away, and it's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
91. Single receiver.
He'll look to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Hey, Charlie. Mike 29.
Back to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They're going to look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Here we go. Check nickel.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Hey. 4 down.
Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, Delta.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Gerald Everett, as the first half is winding down, and the Steelers are going to retake the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Check 37, check 37.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Let's go. 15, Ronnie. 15, Ronnie. I got him. Hey, Alpha. 2.
From the gun, Finney. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. Throwing on first down, Finney. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. Caught by Jones. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
Let's go.
This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Operating from the gun, Finney. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
Well, they always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check hot route. Hot.
They'll look to throw here. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run again with Hunt. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Go. Snap.
On play action, they'll throw. And Allen's got it. Breaks through the contact. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
Down. 50. Plant.
On first down, Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Check right 45. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. 45.
He'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his cornerback position. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Boswell's kick is good, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Finney. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Finney. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Watch this move.
2nd and 9 now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
Hey, exit. 5.
From the gun, Finney. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer. This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side. Oh, now Breida loses it, and the Falcons grab it. Taking it right down Broadway. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now back to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A very solid gain of 27.
Ready up.
A gain of 27. First down, Steelers.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Back to throw here. And his throw here is incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run again with Breida. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Bravo.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? to be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Breida, he'll try the right side. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
They come out here in the eye. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point now by Boswell. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
Got it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and